Alright, welcome back to Gilded Gaming. We're going to try and do something that I do every now and then on the stream, which is beat the original Legend of Zelda in about an hour. Let's go. Look, you can tell I've done it before, right? Right. Sure, it's a new game. Okay. Here goes. So, 135, go. So, Legend of Zelda is one of my favorite games of all time. I used to have this game when I was a kid on my old NES. And here's our wooden sword. Dangerous to go alone, take this. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is do some bookkeeping, I say, which is we're gonna get a lot of stuff off the world map before we start any dungeons. One thing that I'm really looking for right now is bomb drops, which these guys can't drop them unless you kill them with a bomb. Any enemy in the game can actually drop a bomb if you kill them with a bomb, even bosses. But without killing them with a bomb, usually it's the blue enemies. So like that blue Octorok there, he could drop a bomb. Getting the timing down so that you block the shields and don't get hit by their arrows. Block their arrows with your shield and don't get hit. Yeah. Take some practice. Sometimes. So, I really don't need to kill these guys, but I'm just hoping they drop a bomb. Another trick you can do is that if you kill all the blue ones, but there's some of the other ones left, you could leave the screen and come back, and usually you get more blue ones. But I'm kind of in a hurry because we're trying to beat the game sort of quickly. This is not, I wouldn't call this a speed run because a speed run would be like 25, 35 minutes, somewhere in there. But this is a going relatively fast run. And I'm getting hit a lot now all of a sudden. Wow, like seriously bad. Alright. This is what happens when I try and talk while I play. Alright, so we're coming up here to get 100 rupees, but also we're going to grab this note. Now, I don't usually use the note, but I'll probably use it just for, what's the word? Safety's sake, so I don't die in the 9th dungeon and embarrass myself. What the note does is it unlocks the potion shops. You need it to... Oh, jeez. What did I just hit? I hit a button, and then things messed up. It makes it to where the potion lady actually sells potions. Can't get hit at all now, or we're going to really embarrass ourselves and have to start over. Okay. So this is the first 100 rupee spot. It's a secret to everyone. Alright. Go to the pause screen and then hit those buttons on the second controller. You can get to that menu, which lets you start back at the beginning. Or save your game without dying. It's always handy. That would be an example of not having your shield out at the right time. Alright, so we got 100 rupees. We have many more rupees we need to get. One of our keys to doing that will be the blue candle, which we're going to pick up right now. Not very lucky on drops, money or bombs. We have to work on that. Alright, now we got the blue candle. There's a lot more things we can collect. Let's go do that. We're going to head back out the way we just came. Hopefully we'll get bombs this time. Because I need at least 4, which is just 1 bomb drop. To open up all the things I want. It would also be nice to get more than that, because I could use them to do some bosses a little quicker. If you ever want to make an area easy for the rest of the game, you can always just leave one enemy behind, because the enemies don't respawn if there's still one left. It'll just be that one. I bumped into him. Of course I did. Give me your bombs. Dang. Anyways, we came back here for this. There's another 100 rupees. It's a secret to everybody. Just south of the screen, though, there's a heart container if we only had a bomb. And see what I mean? If you leave and you come back, they turn blue. Like, they turn into the harder versions. Man, I am just really sucking right now. Well, I guess I can show you another trick while I'm here. I mean, not trick, secret, I guess. And once again, see, I left one guy behind, only one spawned, and he turned blue. That helps. Right up here, and I'm kind of slowing myself down showing this stuff, but there's a potion shop right there. Also, these guys are a good place to come to farm money. I'm not sure if these blue guys can actually drop bombs or not. I don't know. Good question. There's also another heart container right here, if I had a bomb. Inside that rock, right there. We'll come back and get them as soon as we get bombs. Dang. We might end up having to go buy bombs, which is kind of ridiculous. Dang. Obviously, you can only block arrows if you're not attacking and facing the arrow. There we go. Actually, you know, while we're there, we can grab this too. Monsters also don't respawn until you've gone a certain distance away. There's 30 rupees right there. There's another 10 down and to the right of the screen. There's some more rupees here. Heart container here. We're going to go south and grab the other heart container, and then we're going to come back up here and get the first sword upgrade, which is the white sword. The white sword does twice as much damage as the wooden one, half as much damage as the magic one. Which we can't get the magic one until after we've done a couple of the dungeons, though, because you have to have enough heart containers before you can pick up a sword upgrade. These guys are great for farming rupees. Just anywhere you find, anywhere they show up, they tend to drop rupees a lot. I don't know if that's actually a thing or if it's just, it happens, but it does happen. Alright. We got one bomb left. There's another place we can bomb right by the beginning, like the screen just north of where you start. You can bomb the wall to get another 30 rupees. Which will put us like 1 rupee away from what we need to get an item we're going to buy. So if we come up here, and you go left, this is actually the entrance to the 5th dungeon. If you go up from here 4 times, it just keeps repeating. But if you go left from here, and then up here where the waterfall is, this is where the white sword is. You gotta get past this Lionel though, which that is the hardest overworld enemy in the game right there. They can shoot their sword just like you. So you gotta be kind of careful at this point in the game because that sword would hit me for like 2 hearts, I think. I don't have the blue ring or anything. And he's kind of in the way. He could very, very quickly kill me if I just run up there, so I'm kind of waiting for him to get out of the way. He doesn't usually take this long. I'm dodging the Zoro at the same time. Wow, he is really being an ass. I could just race up there and smack him, but I'm hoping he'd just move. Come on, seriously? Go. Go. Okay, now go down. Yes. Alright. So yeah, master using it, and you can have this, which basically means have enough heart containers. And then go ahead and take it. Alright, so we got it. We'll jump back to the beginning again. Every time you do that, you go back down to 3 hearts. But basically I'm ending the game and then continuing again. Or something like that. Fixes the heart issue. And then right there is another 30 rupees, which will put us up to exactly 250, which is what we need to get the blue ring. So let's go get the blue ring. You can actually only hold 255 rupees, so make sure not to pick up any of the big rupee upgrades if you're already really high, because I mean, you're just going to be wasting them. Especially the 100 ones. If I were to pick up a 100 rupee slot right now, I would lose that 100 rupee slot for only 5 rupees. would be horrible. So it's a lot of things that you need rupees for. In fact, I don't end up buying everything usually because even if you know where all these secret rupee locations are, it's not enough to buy everything. You would have to farm a fair chunk of your money. Alright, so there's 2 shops here. One here and one just north of here. This one here has a good place to buy arrows for your bow. And up here is a good place to buy bait and also the blue ring. Boy, it's really expensive, but it's the only way to get it. So there you go. Changes our clothes white, we take half damage now. Also those statues, you touch them and they come to life, and some of them have stairs hidden under them, obviously. The easiest way to do that is just get up against them from the top and just keep pressing down, and you'll make it down to the stairs before you get hit. Alright, so we kind of want some more bombs right now. Now that we got the white sword, these guys are a little easier to deal with. Everything's a little easier to deal with now. There's a fairy fountain just north of us, but I don't really want it. Kind of hoping for a bomb drop because it'll make the next dungeon go a lot quicker. Because I'm going to start with dungeon 3. I say the next dungeon and you're like, which dungeon's that? Yeah. I'm not actually doing them in order. I am playing this on a controller. What do you mean? Not sure I understand the question. I don't have my NES hooked up at the moment, if that's what you're asking. It's on an emulator. I think I have like 4 copies of this game. I got it on the Game Boy Advance, the NES. I have it on my Wii, on the Virtual Console. At the moment, though, I'm just playing it on the computer. If you want to play it, there's a lot of ways you can. You can even go to what is it, virtualnes.com or something. It's like a in-browser NES emulator, sort of, that lets you play all kinds of games. It's pretty cool. It's great for if you're trying to sneak a video game at work. Not that you should do that. Alright, there's the bombs we need just in time, because right over here is the 3rd dungeon. So let's get to it. So as far as rupees go, the next big thing we want to do is we want to farm up another 200 rupees. Actually, more than that. We need 200 rupees for the bomb upgrades. We need another 140 to get the arrows and the bait. Those are like the things that we need to buy. We could also, if we had another 90 rupees, buy the bigger shield, which blocks magical attacks. But the chances of farming up that many is extremely slim, unless I actually go and literally farm them, which I'm not going to do. Alright, these guys suck, but we don't have to kill them. What we do need to do is go get the raft. Like, to be honest, the way I love to play this game the most is either on the original NES or on my Wii with the Wiimote, because its controller kind of is like an NES controller. You have to have a good D-pad to play this right, I think. Alright, since we have the white sword, we can kill these guys in 2 hits. If you don't know how these guys work, you can't attack them from the front, basically. They're immune to any hits from the front. And that doesn't just go for your sword, it actually goes for your bombs too. And it's not actually the placement of the bombs or where you're facing when the bomb goes off. It's where you're facing when you drop the bomb versus where they're facing when it goes off. So, like, if they're facing the opposite direction you were facing when you drop the bomb will not hurt them. Even though it'll knock them and make them blink, they don't actually take damage. So, it's just the way their programming's built. They don't check to see actually where you're hitting them, they check to see what direction you're facing. And if it's the opposite of theirs. And if it is, you don't hurt them. But, yeah. Anyway, so that's the raft. That's going to let us get another heart container, and it's going to let us get into the 4th dungeon. So that's both good things. These guys here are just annoying. You can also kill them with a bomb. That is not a bomb. But like I said, they can be immune to it if they happen to be facing the wrong direction, and it's really just kind of luck whether they're going to be, because their movement is so... not random per se, but hard to predict. especially that many seconds in advance. So, yeah. You know what? I'm not actually going to go that way. I'm going to go this way. These guys normally break up into two smaller blobs, but since I got the sword upgrade, you kill them in the first hit so they don't get to break. Alright, so this boss, you need to drop a bomb and get it right in the center of him, and you'd kill all 4 pincers at once. If not, you can just slash at it. But if you drop the bomb just right, he'll be like right on top of it, and it just instantly kills him, which is nice. So that's why I wanted to make sure I had bombs when I came here. Also, like I said before, if you kill him with a bomb, he can drop bombs. Bombs are like one of the big keys to doing this game fast, because they kill things in a big area with lots of damage. And also they help you break through walls to take shortcuts. Anyways, we got the raft, so we can go to the 4th dungeon now, so we're going to do that. Like I said, I'm not doing these in order. That was actually the 3rd dungeon that we did first. We'll go back and do the 1st and 2nd after we do the 4th. You may ask why. It's mainly because I'm just doing whichever one's closest to me at the time, because I don't want to take the time to walk out to the other ones, because there's really no reason to. There are some dungeons you can't do before other ones. Like, for instance, I can't do the 4th until I've gone into the 3rd, because you need the raft to get there. You can't beat the 5th until you've done the 4th, because you need the stepladder to get across one of the rooms, and the stepladder is in this room. In this, not room, but this dungeon. Like, there's a couple of requirements like that. Like, you can't even do the 9th dungeon until you've done all other 8, because you need the full Triforce. You know, stuff like that keeps you from just skipping to the end of the game. Alright, so these guys, the Vyres turn into fire keys when you kill them. Keys suck because keys never drop anything. But, once you get the magic sword, they work kind of like the big blobby guys. Once you have enough damage with the magic sword, they don't even break into keys anymore, they just go away. So that's nice. Alright, so rooms that are dark like this, you can actually light them up with the blue candle so you can see what the room looks like, but I actually just kind of have them memorized, so I don't bother wasting time switching to the candle, shooting it, and then, etc. But, you know, if you haven't played the game before, you should totally use the candle. So this room, you also need the, stepladder. There's actually a long line of water across that room. You can't get across it without the stepladder. So we're going to go get the stepladder right now. Okay, the stepladder is in a room underneath this room. We got to get to the stairs. Lifelikes are actually some of the hardest things to kill in the game. That's those weird circular things right here. You might know them from the newer games. They steal your shield and your tunics, like in Ocarina of Time. They still will eat your shield in this one too. Those little orbs floating around are the skulls. They, the bubbles. They, when you get hit by one, you can't use your sword for a couple seconds. They don't actually do any damage to you though. And you can actually use that to your advantage on purpose. If you run into them, you still get a couple frames of invincibility because you just got hit, even though it didn't do any damage, and so you can't take damage for a couple seconds after you get hit by a bubble, even though the bubbles don't actually hurt you. So you can run into a bubble on purpose if you're about to get hit by someone else. You gotta be careful with that in the second quest though, because in the second quest, there's red bubbles and blue bubbles, and the red bubbles turn off your sword permanently until you get hit by a blue bubble. And sometimes you'll be in a room with red bubbles with no blue bubbles in it, so you have to go to another room to find the blue bubbles. Blue bubbles. It's hard to say that right, isn't it? It's just me, maybe. Alright, let's go ahead and kill these guys. I don't remember what this room drops, but nothing. Okay, so that was a waste of time. I was not supposed to go that way. I could have avoided this boss. But what I was supposed to do, I knew I was doing something wrong when I was sitting in this room. Go this way. And bomb this wall. And you can go around that mini-boss without having to fight him. This whole level is actually shaped like a snake. And this is like its eye. This room right here. You can bomb actually all 4 walls of that room. Alright, and we're actually right beside the boss now. I hate the way they jump. I don't know why. Sometimes it messes me. It really shouldn't mess me up. It's not like it's a hard pattern, but it does. It does. So we have 1 heart to fight Gleeok, the 2-headed dragon. We have to fight a 4-headed one later, but still, 1 heart to fight this guy. When I'm not doing my best, not the best sign. But we made it happen. Okay. Whew. So that was the 4th dungeon. Later on, you get to fight 4-headed Gleeok. That's like my favorite boss. I like Gleeok. I don't know why. He's cool. Feel badass when you're fighting a 4-headed dragon and its heads are flying around the room shooting at you and stuff. I do. Alright, some more things we can get with the candle on the way up here. Mostly money, but also some more heart container. On the corner right here is actually one of the places to buy the shield for cheap. If you burn that corner bush, there's a shop there. I'm more interested in this though. Like I said, blue candle, always a good first purchase in this game. If you know what bushes to burn. If you don't, you'll spend a long time trying to figure it out. You can actually only shoot the blue candle once per screen. So if you miss, you have to leave and come back. Later on in the 7th dungeon, you can get the red candle, which is the same as the blue candle, but it doesn't have a limit to how many times you can shoot it. I like it when I kill 2 people with 1 sword. Like I stab one and shoot the other. Makes me happy. I don't know why. Alright, so this is the 1st dungeon. It actually has a locked door in the front room, and if you leave and come back in, the door inexplicably unlocks itself. It's a glitch. But it saves you a key. This room will drop a key. So we'll go ahead and kill them. Store up some keys for later. I don't remember exactly how many keys I need, so I probably usually grab a couple extra. But it's always good to have extra keys. It's horrible to not have enough. So there's another key in here inside this guy. You don't have to actually kill them all, but these guys usually drop money. See? I like to kill them. If you wanted to, you don't even have to kill them at all. You could just bump into the guy with the key and pick it up. You'll take some damage. But you can actually grab it right out of his bones. Another key. And we'll skip a couple rooms going this way. That's the map. These are little guys are what those blobs split into if you don't have the white sword. And so those guys drop a lot of rupees. I like them. Alright. These guys I think drop another key. Ooh, and bombs. You can actually block the boomerangs with your shield. I just have my sword out at the time. So this is where the bow is. The first dungeon actually has 2 weapons in it. It's got the bow and the boomerang. Now the bow you have to have. You need it to defeat the boss of the 6th dungeon, Goma. You may remember Goma from such appearances as Oracle of Seasons and the first boss of Ocarina of Time, big spider dude. Yeah, Goma's really easy in this one. You shoot him once in the eye and he dies instantly. That's it. 1 arrow. You can literally just not even stop walking through the room, walk in, shoot the arrow, keep going. If you time it right. But, anyways. Might as well get the map. Why not? It's in the way. So this room right here is where you get the boomerang. All you have to do is kill these 3 guys. I'll do it. I never use the boomerang. It's actually a good weapon. It has its uses, but I don't know. I don't use it. I have a style that does not include the boomerang. I'm not even going to bother getting the boomerang upgrade, which is in the second dungeon, the magic boomerang. It basically makes the boomerang go all the way across the screen, whereas naturally it doesn't. Those guys drop a lot of money too, but that's enough. This is Aquamentus, our first boss, and also our 7th. Randomly, he is also the boss of the 7th dungeon. I'm really not sure why. The 7th dungeon is deceptively simple. Like, you fight them, 1 and 2 are pretty easy, 3 and 4 aren't that bad, 5 and 6 are pretty hard, and then 7's really easy again. And then 8 and 9 are the hardest dungeons in the game, so there's that. Alright, we're gonna need our flame again. There's some more rupees to get right here. Yeah, I could have blocked that if I had the shield upgrade. Sometimes I forget I don't have it. Just turn and take it right in the face. Alright, so we're gonna head over to the second dungeon now, which will complete the first 4. Once we have defeated the second dungeon, we will have enough hearts to get the magic sword upgrade. Well, not exactly. We will have the ability to have enough hearts to get the magic sword upgrade. To get the magic sword, you basically need to get all the heart containers on the overworld and the heart containers from 4 of the dungeons. And then you have enough. So, there's still 2 more on the world map we haven't gotten, which I guess I can grab right now. But I'll grab them after the second dungeon. Because that's just how I do it. Don't judge. Also, if you really need 10 rupees, there's a 10 rupee spot over here behind the second statue. Like I said, just push down. Okay, that usually works, I swear. Like, that almost always works. It didn't work that time. Making me look bad game. There's some more bombs. We can't even hold more bombs. Alright. Speaking of bombs, bomb upgrades. There are 2 bomb upgrades in the game. And, like, they always tricked me when I was a kid. They're in dungeons, and you wander into this secret room, or just this room, and inside the room there's this old man, and he says, I bet you'd like some more bombs, and it has minus 100 rupees. When I was a kid, I always thought it was just a really expensive bomb store, because normally it costs 20. But actually it's a bomb upgrade. It lets you carry more bombs. The first one puts you up to 12, and the second one will put you up to 16 if you have the first one. Basically, both of them give you plus 4. Yeah, when I was a kid, I thought that was expensive bombs. I never wanted to buy them. But, no, it's actually a bomb upgrade. You should totally get those. They're in the 7th and the 5th dungeons. They both cost 100 rupees. I'll show you where they are when we get there. So the second dungeon is shaped like a moon, and it's actually really straightforward if you don't want to pick up the magic boomerang. The magic boomerang's just to the right in one of the side rooms. But if you just want to get through the dungeon, all you need to do is go right once and then go straight up to the Dongo. Another classic enemy that showed up again in Ocarina of Time, and then a couple other ones. Oracle of Seasons has a lot of original Zelda bosses, so I keep saying Oracle of Seasons, but that's like a giant throwback. Like, almost all the bosses in that game are from this. Alright. Also, if you just go straight up, you end up with like 3 extra keys. Because you don't waste them on the doors that you don't need to open. Even if I like using the boomerang, I probably wouldn't get the magic boomerang. And the reason is, like, it doesn't actually make you do more damage. It still slows down people just like before. It still instantly kills bats just like before. All it does is make it go farther. Which generally you don't need it to go farther. And if you miss and it goes farther, it actually takes longer to get back to you. Alright, so this is the Dongo. See if I can do this. Right. You drop a bomb. Nah, I did it wrong. Whatever. Let's just do it the easy way. There's actually a trick to him that if you can drop a bomb right beside him, like on him but not in him, it'll stun him, and then you can kill him with the sword. If you stun him with the bomb and then kill him with the sword, he is guaranteed 100% to drop a bomb drop. Which is really good if you get good at doing that, because he shows up a lot of times in later dungeons as a mini-boss, and there'll be 3 of them. So you can actually spend 1 bomb to get 4, so each one is worth 3 bombs, basically. And like I said, bombs are really important. So you can use those rooms to get 3 bombs per Dodongo if you get good at that trick. Anyways. Another thing. They hide dungeons in this game. It's even worse in the second quest. But the 8th dungeon's right there in the first one. It sort of sticks out a little bit, I guess. So you can't say it's like horribly horrible, but it is hard to find if you don't know where it is. Of course, all the dungeons could be kind of hard to find if you don't know where they are, I guess. Anyways, here's the other place you can buy arrows for the same price. So I'm going to go ahead and buy them while I'm here. Like I said, we also need to buy the bait. You need the bait to get through Dungeon 7. There's a room that you need the bait to get through. There's a heart container that you need the step ladder for. So you have to do the 4th dungeon first. And then there's another heart container up here that you need the ladder, the raft for. Right there. And grabbing this one, we will have the 12 hearts needed to get the magic sword. So let's go do that. It's on the other side of the map, so we'll just go ahead and jump back here. We go down to 3 hearts, but that's fine. Means we can't shoot our sword, sadly. But you know, there's a faerie over here, so who cares? For those wondering, that cave right there is a magic shop. It sells potions. You know, while we're here, we'll go ahead and buy the bait too. Like I said, you can buy the bait from the same place you got the blue ring. See, it worked. You just press down. To redeem myself. Alright, so now the only thing I really have to buy, and you don't have to, but it makes the 9th dungeon a lot easier if you have a lot of bombs, is the 2 bomb upgrades. So I need 125 more rupees to get both of them. Now I'm going to do the 6th dungeon before I do the 5th and the 7th, partially to make sure I have enough rupees for the bomb upgrades, and also partially because I'm about to grab the magic sword, and the magic sword is located literally like right beside the 6th dungeon. So why not just go do the 6th right after it? So the 5th and 6th dungeons are harder than the first 4, mostly because of the enemies they contain. The 5th dungeon has iron knuckles or nuts or the little knight dudes that you can't hurt from the front. So they kind of suck, and it's the upgraded blue versions of them that take 2 hits even from the magic sword. The 6th dungeon, which is what we're going to actually do next, is full of wizrobes. Wizrobes are these little wizards that disappear and appear around the room and can shoot magic beams at you. The same kind you can shoot if you get the wand. So these are the original Lost Woods. Like if you ever played Ocarina of Time and you knew the Lost Woods, these are where they came from. You have to go up left, down left. And I apparently messed it up. So up, I was talking and I don't know what I did wrong. Did I go up both times? Anyways, up left, down left. If you go to the right, it'll exit the way you came in. Well, it'll exit to the right of it, but you want to go to the left. So, go play that music, you know you got it right, and you get to the graveyard, which is full of ghosts. And all the other areas around here are full of Lionels, so very dangerous things. The ghosts are just as hard to kill as the likes. They take 3 hits even from the magic sword. There is a trick you can do if you want to farm items though. Every time you touch a gravestone, it spawns a ghost. But if you remember which ghost was the original one and kill it, it kills all the other ones. And then they all drop items. See? Pretty cool, huh? So basically that ghost is the boss of this little room. Sometimes in dungeons you'll see that happen too, where you'll kill one and everyone else dies. Sometimes an enemy can be like designated as like the boss of that group, and if you kill the boss, the other ones go away. But the ghosts wandering around outside the tombs always work like that. So you can spawn a bunch of ghosts and farm them. Oh, there's a trick. You're welcome. Anyways, right up here is the 6th dungeon. And we now have the magic sword. Not the master sword. The magic sword. So, this is the best sword in this game. Master sword doesn't show up until much later. Some people think the master sword's in this game because the guy says master having this and you can master using this and you can have it or whatever, but it's not. It's the magic sword. So anyways, those were wizrobes. Those were the easy wizrobes. Let's get some bombs out. Now, last year I did a swordless run or 2 on here, and Yeah, see, there you go. I killed the master one, it killed the rest of them. See? There's no real way to tell which one is the one, but it is always like the same rooms that have them. Like, that happens a lot in that room. Where you'll kill the right one. That was the compass. It shows you where the boss is. Okay. Just gotta kill these. So these little fireballs, magic orbs, whatever you want to call them, coming out of the statues, if you had the shield upgrade, you could actually block them. I don't, so I can't. You just run straight through the traps in this room. So yeah. But yeah, if you had the shield up... Okay, like. So I'm in a like now. You'll notice people going right through me. You can't be hurt while you're in a like until you get out of the like. You take 1 heart of damage for getting eaten by a like, and then after that, until you kill it, you're invincible. So you can actually, if you don't mind losing your shield or don't have a shield upgrade and you don't mind taking that 1 heart of damage, you can sit in a like and use them like a little tank for you. It's kind of cool. I hate the blue ones. See, the blue ones suck because they don't disappear, they just teleport around between walls and stuff. And if you get in front of them, they will shoot you over and over and over again. And if you don't have the upgrade to the shield, you can't block it. And I never grabbed the upgrade to the shield because it costs extra money. Oh, thank God I needed that. Come here. Come here. Oh my God. No. No. Son of a... Okay. And... Right. I didn't even need to fight that. I'm not paying attention. Nope, it was the magic sword, not the master sword. So if you go up, that leads to the wand. I'm not using the wand, so I don't care. And remember what I said before? If you kill these guys with the magic sword, they don't break into fire keys, which is nice. And also it means they can drop stuff. Keys never drop anything. Neither of those little dots. But if you kill the main one and he doesn't drop any, turn into keys, he can actually drop items, which is nice. So okay, yeah, back to what I was saying before about the swordless run. If you're doing a swordless run, you don't have a sword, obviously. So it's hard to kill certain things. Once you get the wand, which is actually in this dungeon, like I said, if I had gone up back in that other room instead of down. Wow, I'm killing myself really badly this time. I don't know what's wrong with me. Playing like shit. I'm trying to talk too much. Anyways, I may just die here. I usually don't die anymore. I've played this game enough, but oh well. I almost got hit by a keys there. Let's see if we can get a heart off these guys. Anyways, if you're doing a swordless run, first of all, bubbles don't hurt at all because they turn off the sword you don't have. Who cares? Oh my God. Wow. Okay. We're right beside the boss. He's actually just to the left here, but we have to go around to get to him. Oh, we can still do this. Give me a drop, please. Thank you. Okay, we don't really need that, but it makes me feel more confident. Alright, so we got our bow and arrow, which you need to beat Goma. There's wizards in this room, but I'm just going to run by them. Unless they're right in front of me. Alright, so here's Goma. And I missed. You have to do it while the eye's open. Open your eye, please. Anytime now. It's kind of random. Wow, I'm sucking today. Usually I just kill her. I'm having an off day. There we go. So anyways, not gonna die. That makes me feel better. Thanks, Sakon. You're trying to prove me right. It doesn't say Master Sword. I promise you, it's Magic Sword. Someone's linking the. I actually have enough money too. That's good. Someone's linking the original Zelda manual in the chat. All right. So. Next, we're going to do the 5th dungeon. We're going to go kind of out of the way to get there because I want to go here. And get my hearts back. Oh, that's another item I'm not going to pick up. I'm not going to pick up the power glove in this one. The wrist thing. It lets you move those rocks like that little snail-looking thing over there. There's 4 of them in the world, and if you lift one up, you can go down the stairs, and it leads you to a room that lets you go down other stairs, which leads to the other 3. So they're like little waypoints, sort of. But I don't use them typically. In the second quest, you need the power glove to actually get through the quest, but you don't need it in the first one for anything. You need the instruction manual to tell you the names of the monsters, because otherwise, how would you know that snakes are ropes and bats are keys and like all these other weird names? Alright, so to get to the 5th dungeon, you get here and you just head up 4 times. It works just like the Lost Woods, it just keeps looping back on itself. But if you go up 4 times, it'll give up and let you get up there. I run into that enemy so many times, I just run straight up into it. He's always right there. Alright, 5th dungeon. 5th dungeon has the first bomb upgrade in it, so let's make sure not to miss that. I'm gonna bomb this wall. There's a water right there. Like I said, I don't bother lighting up the rooms because I have it memorized. I don't want to pick that up until after I use the bomb, so I'd stay at full. Alright, and now we gotta fight the harder versions of these guys, which still take 2 hits because we had a better sword, but they got better too. Basically. So when you're trying to attack these guys, you want to attack them from the side generally. If you get too close, they will immediately turn to face you. So there's like a gravy spot where you're close enough to hit them, but they don't quite turn yet. And that's kind of what you want to get used to being at. That was beautiful. Alright, like if you get just a couple more pixels closer than I'm doing sometimes when I hit these guys, they will immediately turn to face you, which means you don't not hit them and they generally hit you. So you gotta be careful. It just takes practice to get used to fighting them. If you're really good, like the speedrunners, you can kill them all with bombs and just be a badass, but I'm not that good. So over here, if you bomb that wall, that is the first bomb upgrade. Not as easy to find as the one in the 7th dungeon, which is just in a room. This one's in a secret room off to the side. But yeah, when I was a kid, I used to think they were just selling bombs. And I was like, no way, I'm not going to spend 100 rupees on bombs. I'll go out and buy more. I was dumb. I didn't know any better. I didn't have Nintendo power. That was my problem. Alright, so the whistle is in the 5th dungeon, and it's just under this room. You just got to kill a bunch of these guys. Ow. The knuckles, they hate me. But I mean, if you get too close, they turn. Wow, I'm getting lucky with the berries today. Alright, so there's the whistle. You need the whistle to beat Dig Dogger. He doesn't like the sound of the whistle. And it makes him turn into Little Dig Dogger. And later, when you fight him as a mini-boss, it makes him turn into 3 Little Dig Doggers. Now, the reason they don't have manuals nowadays is because every game has those in-game tutorials. And so people never read the manuals, and so they're just wasting paper, and they could save money by not having them. Manuals were killed by in-game tutorials, basically. I remember games back in the day, like, you get, like, Baldur's Gate 2, and it didn't have a manual. It had, like, a novel that you had, you know, it's, like, literally, like, thick book. It had all the rules of D&D and stuff in it. That was along with backstory and things about different classes. It was pretty cool. So we already have enough money to buy the other bomb upgrade, but if we get extra money, we can afford to get a potion too for the 9th dungeon, just in case. Sometimes I mess up a lot in there, and I've been messing up a lot today, so I definitely want to grab that. So that room right there with the 3 Dig Doggers, like I said, if I didn't have full bombs, we could have farmed bombs there by using that trick to get bombs off of them. And I would have done so, probably, just to show it off, but I was at full, so what's the point? think these guys drop a key. Probably already have enough keys, but, you know, I'm not going to pick up the skeleton key, so I just grab keys to be sure, I guess. But yeah, I already have 10. I probably have enough. I almost ran out of keys last time I played, so I'm, like, nervous now. Don't have to kill these guys, but, you know, when they're frozen, why not? Maybe they would have dropped something. Alright, we're just going to go around these. Those, Pole's voices, that's the name of the bunny rabbit looking dude. You can insta-kill them with arrows, and they typically drop money, which is good because in this game you don't have ammo. Instead, your arrows use up 1 rupee every time you shoot your bow. So, here, like, typically I'll just go under these guys, but here, watch this. See, they typically drop rupees, and it costs 1 rupee to shoot the bow, so that's kind of like your rupees are your ammo. Okay, so here's the boss. Here's the trick to beating him when he splits into 3. It works on 1 too, but it works better on 3 because it has a reason to do it. What you do is you immediately drop a bomb on him, blow the whistle, and then drop a bomb again before he can move, basically. So the first bomb will go off as soon as he turns little, and the second bomb will go off before you can get away from it, and you can kill all 3. Here it goes. Bomb. That wasn't that good, but it should be good enough. Whistle before the bomb can go off. And then bomb. So you can't hurt him when he's... Yeah, there you go. See? You can't hurt him when he's big, but you have just enough time to blow the whistle before the bomb goes off if you're quick about it. So the bomb will go off immediately and hit him. And that's great because when he splits into 3, they tend to go in 3 different directions and you're chasing him all over the room and it's kind of annoying. Alright. So all we got left is 7, 8, and 9. Right. Let's just go this way. So we have 28 extra rupees so far, which is enough to buy a crappy potion. Which is all we'd need. I'm not going to need to use a potion twice. If we had extra, we could even buy a shield upgrade. Although I haven't bought the shield upgrade in like the last 100 times I've played this game. I've just gotten used to not having it. The shield upgrade's nice. It can block those magical orbs, but it can't block all of them actually. Like bosses, like at the end of the 8th dungeon, we're gonna fight the 4-headed Gleeok. The orbs that he shoots, the shield can't block them. It can only block like normal ones, like the things the Zora shoot at you, or the things that come out of the side of the corners of a room. It can block those. It can block Wizrobes, which is actually really useful. But anyways, so you need the whistle to get into the 7th dungeon. You blow it right here, and the water drains down to the pond, and there's stairs. And this is the 7th dungeon. 7th dungeon is really easy. It's full of these guys. The boss of it is Aquamentus, as in the boss of the 1st dungeon, and he's not upgraded like Gleeok gets 2 extra heads. No, it's just regular Aquamentus. He's just as easy as he was before. I don't know why I'm fighting these guys, I don't need to. Let's just go through the wall. Alright. So right here, you want to go to the left. And then you want to use a key to go in here. Because this is the 2nd bomb upgrade. So now we can hold 16 bombs. That's the most we'll ever be able to get. Once again, you could fill up your bombs right there if you needed to. Couldn't use my sword because stupid bubble hit me. Yeah, I'm smashing the button, it's just bubbles. It can be annoying sometimes. Oh yeah, so what I was saying about the swordless run before, I totally got sidetracked. When you don't have a sword, once you get the wand, it hits like it's a white sword. It hits just as hard as the white sword. But it still doesn't work on everybody. For instance, Wizrobes can't be hurt by the wand. So, with Wizrobes, if you don't have a sword, the only way to kill them is bombs. So going through the 9th dungeon with so many wizrobes and so many walls you have to blow up, you really, really have to hope for a bomb upgrade, or you could end up having to just leave and come back. It sucked. I think it took me like 5 tries to get through the 9th dungeon on the swordless run. Then you get to the end and you can't kill Ganon without the sword, so it's kind of... You get to dive, you get killed by Ganon, and then that's you beating a swordless run, basically. This room right here is actually where the red candle is, if you go down those stairs. FYI. We're not going there. Alright, so here's one of the times he splits into 3. Another place you can get bombs if you need them. We'll be fine. Alright, so this room. Don't go down the edges, because those guys will take you back to the beginning of the level. And if you get hit by a bubble, you won't be able to attack them. So just stand right here. As long as you're up against the wall, it'll spawn them. You need to kill them all to get through the level, because you need to be able to push that block. And you can't push a block until all the enemies are defeated in the room. But just kind of wait for them to spawn. Try and dodge the bubbles the best you can. The reason you won't want to go down the edge is because if you're over here, you can't dodge a bubble. There's nowhere to go. It's going to hit you. Once you've killed them all, you can push that block. This U-shape, like sideways U-shaped room is sometimes one of the worst when there's bubbles involved. Also, there's one in the 9th dungeon. It's the room right above the silver arrow that you need to kill Ganon. That room is shaped like that. It's full of bubbles and wizrobes. Oh my god, in a swordless run, that was like the bane of my existence, that room. Anyways, Aqua Mentis, the 2nd time, because why not? Just even easier than before, because you have a better sword now. Alright, so now we have all but one piece of the Triforce. We are going kind of slow today. I don't think we're going to make the hour, but, you know, that's alright. We'll be a little over. All we got left is the 8th and 9th dungeons. So the 8th dungeon, I'm not even going to bother to pick up the items. There's 2 items in the 8th dungeon. One of them is the book, which upgrades the wand to where it makes fire after it hits somebody. And we didn't even bother to get the wand, so why would I get the book? The other one is the skeleton key, and I should end up with enough keys. Oh wow, I'm actually 1 short. I should end up with enough keys to, without it. So I'm not going to bother. I just wanted to activate the potion. I thought I had enough to buy one. I don't buy them enough to memorize the number, I guess. But, anyways. We can buy them on the way to the 9th dungeon. I just want to have one just in case. A speedrunner could never, ever use a potion. I mean, it slows them down tremendously in Zelda because it's like going to a faerie. You have to sit there while your hearts very slowly fill up. It's kind of funny to watch. If you need a potion, well, you just sit down for a while and wait. And I'm going to slowly fill up your hearts. Alright, there's also, if you're hunting around with the torch, there's some bushes, like in that screen back there, that will burn down the staircases, but if you go down there, there's an old guy who, like, complains that you just broke his door and he takes your money away to fix it. So not every secret staircase is a good thing to go down. Just so you know. Anyways, here's the 8th dungeon. We're going to skip a lot of it, because like I said, I'm not going to bother getting the 2 items here. We don't need to fight him either. Alright, so what's better than fighting Iron Knuckles? Fighting Iron Knuckles in a room that shoots at you constantly. Yeah, with no walls to hide behind. One of the tricks to fighting Iron Knuckles is like hide behind a wall, and when they go around the corner they can't turn right away, so you can hit them and they can't turn. You can't use that here. See, this would be a good room to have the shield in. Alright. Wasn't too bad. Don't need to fight this room, you just need to go to the door. That was me trying to use a bubble to not get hit. Sort of worked. Alright, so more iron knuckles. This time the room's shooting at you from the middle. That's why not. Oh, man. Suddenly can't play. Thank God for fairies today, huh? Fairies, stopping you from embarrassing yourself since 1984. What the hell just happened? You know what just happened? My controller hit the spacebar. Wow, I am just beating myself up. And I didn't even get the heart. Alright, you know what? The game is being too nice to me now. Seriously. That just never happens. The game has taken pity. Oh, random number generator gods, how you will exact your vengeance later. I'm gonna play Isaac later and get nothing but, like, poop. Alright, if you drop a bomb right there, it's actually close enough to open the wall. Alright. And here's four-headed Gleeok. We beat two-headed Gleeok with only one heart, so... I did say he's my favorite boss, didn't I? Here's a couple of things you might not know. That orb that they shoot hurts a lot. Running into a head hurts less. So if you think you're going to get hit by an orb, you can just run into them. You'll take damage from the head, it'll give you some invincibility frames, and then the orbs can't hurt you. Just a thought. Alright. All we got left is the final dungeon. We'll pick up a potion on the way. Make sure we stock up on bombs, because you need a lot of bombs to get through the final dungeon. The final dungeon is basically... You kill a bunch of guys, you go down a secret trapdoor, you come out, you bomb a wall to go through a secret doorway to another room where you kill a bunch of guys to go down a secret trapdoor to come up somewhere else in the dungeon to go through a wall with another bomb, and it just goes like that for a while. Like you're constantly teleporting around the dungeon. It's very confusing. Alright, so we have all our hearts. We got the best sword, we got the best armor. Well, second best armor. The best armor is actually in the 9th dungeon. We are ready. What we would like right now is a bomb drop. Just one. Preferably after I go to the potion shop, actually, because I'm going to have to use a bomb to get in there. The one that's on the way is right over here, and it's behind a wall. Wow, I hit him? Really? It's right here. Another potion shop. Once you've shown the note to one potion shop, it counts for all of them, so I don't have to, like, pop out the note again. Alright. So the 9th dungeon is up at Turtle Rock. A bit of a walk. We had 5 more rupees we could buy the last 4 bombs. Alright, if you had the shield, you could actually block those swords too. That's another really good reason to have the shield. Lionels are the hardest overworld enemy in the game because they can do that. And they also take 2 hits from your magic sword to kill a blue one, and they hit like a truck. So be careful about those guys. Especially in these tight little mountainous terrain confines. You also need a bomb to get into the dungeon. It's right there. Now these guys might drop bombs or hearts, so I'm actually going to kill them, even though I might get hurt doing it. Like that. And they didn't, because they hate me. Alright, well 11 bombs are going to have to do. Hopefully we'll get a bomb drop while we're in here. Welcome to the final dungeon of the game. This room right here checks to see that you have the whole Triforce. We do, so the door's open. Alright. And the bomb-a-thon starts with this room. Because you gotta bomb that wall. And then, what do? You kill a bunch of guys and go down a secret... Well, not secret in this case. Go down a staircase. This room, we want to go to the locked door all the way around the spiral. I said the ninth dungeon really is a maze, and it's designed with lots of useless rooms that you don't need to go to, lots of locked doors you don't need to open. Having the skeleton key the first time through here helps a lot. Having a lot of bombs so you can try all the walls helps a lot because there's a lot of bombable walls. There's also a lot of like one-way / dead-end doors. And there's those guys. They only show up in the final dungeon. They only show up once too. Like once you kill them, they're gone. Alright, if you bomb through this wall, there's another one of those guys in here. And this leads to the red ring, which is the better blue ring, basically. The armor that reduces damage by 1/4 instead of by half. Well, down to 1/4 rather. You don't actually have to kill this guy, you can just run by him. I guess. It doesn't hurt to kill them either. These guys, once again, you don't have to kill. You can just run by them. That was me using a like to protect myself. These ones you do have to kill though, because you got to be able to push that block. Okay, it's like I can't shoot you. I'll just headbutt you. Apparently, look at this guy. Okay. So this makes the game a lot easier once you get this because you take a lot less damage. Literally half what we've been taking, which is half of what you normally take, so take 1/4 damage, that's not bad. Also kind of makes you look like Mario. A little bit. Mario with elf ears. Alright. Be careful, because if you run by these guys, they're still there. As is this one. If you move quickly enough, he won't hit you, though. Alright, we gotta go back up to the other patches. The other item in this dungeon is the silver arrow, and we need it to defeat Ganon. Now, once again, this guy, you don't have to kill him. You could just run through the door. Ow. If he's not in the way. This wise man is very useful. He says, go to the next room. So, do so. Okay, thanks. We're getting to the point. Oh, wow. I was about to say, we're getting to the point where we could use a bomb drop, and there it is. The game is being way too nice. Like, seriously. The game is never this nice. It's like it knows I'm... Oh my god, I locked out. Okay, well, they won't respawn. Although we have to listen to this guy again. Wonder if someone will turn it... No, they don't. So the easier ones would probably have turned into the blue ones, not the other way around. Gotta be careful you're not in front of them, because that's when they shoot at you. Them running into you is kind of annoying too. Alright, so down the stairs. Now this dungeon is exceedingly hard with a swordless run because you're using all your bombs to fight all these Wizrobes, because it's the only way you can kill them. And you have to kill them to go to the next room. And you need the bombs. Alright, so right here you want to go to the left door. Don't waste your keys on the other ones if you don't have the skeleton key. If these guys drop a key or not. And so keys never drop anything themselves, but a lot of times the rooms they're in drop something if you kill them all. It's not random, it's like they will drop a key or it won't drop a key. Oh, it drops rubies. Well, okay. One nice thing is if you run out of bombs and you have to come back, the walls that you already blew up don't, like, they stay blown up. So that's nice. Because the enemies come back if you leave the dungeon. This guy you actually do have to kill because you need to get to the silver arrow, which is below him. And you can't push the block unless you kill the enemies. Alright, so once you kill all the outside ones, you can attack the main guy. I don't need that key. Alright. It's like sitting there going, should I get the key? Should I not get the key? Should I get the key? I don't know what I was doing. Thinking about it. Alright, this room, you do have to kill them because you have to come back through here to get back to where we just were, so might as well kill them now. Alright, so because they're not going to respawn. So now that room will be ready to go when we get there, and this is probably the hardest room I ever had in the swordless run. The silver arrow is under this room. You have to kill the like-likes, and it's in this stupid room, not like-likes, the wizrobes, and it's in this stupid room where it's hard to dodge because there's not much room, and they can come through the walls, and you can't, and there's bubbles trying to hit you constantly, which is actually helpful in the swordless run because they stop you from getting hit, like I said. But they can like escape through the wall and you can't chase them. Alright. And when you do have a sword, getting your sword constantly turned off is very annoying. Alright, one left. Like, see, that bubble just saved me from getting hit there. Okay. That's probably, I think, the hardest room in the game for the first quest. I think. Alright. There's the silver arrow. The weapon that can kill Ganon. Or at least in the first game. Only thing left now is Ganon. This royal pigginess. We'll probably use the potion before we go in there, just cause. I could probably beat Ganon without getting hit, but I probably won't. He is invisible. There's that. So anyways, go up here. These guys are basically just in the way. We gotta get to the door. And they're there. Alright. Get out of here. You can hear Ganon in the room adjacent. Wait for them to turn. Okay. Like I said, you're immune when you're in a light. Take advantage of it. You have to actually kill these guys. Okay, let's heal. This is the last room, I think, of wizrobes you have to kill, maybe? There's more rooms with wizrobes, but these ones you have to actually kill to make the stairs appear. And this is why speedrunners can't use potions. Look at this. So slow. Trigger that and then run under them. Alright. Almost there now. Not much longer. I don't know what we're at. We're at like an hour and 5 minutes, hour and 8 minutes, somewhere in there. I don't know the exact number. I don't know why I'm fighting these guys. I don't even have bombs out. That would be so helpful if I had bombs out. Okay, so these guys you have to fight. I just got done saying that was the last room where wizrobes I have to fight, and I stood there and tried to fight those guys for some reason. Whatever. It's like I obviously know better, I just don't listen to myself. Alright, this is the last one of these guys you gotta fight. You can hear Ganon, he's in the next room. Okay, wow, I should not be taking damage from this guy at all, let alone that many times. Alright, here goes the fight with Ganon. Silver arrow at the ready. Here goes. Revealed the room, he still goes invisible again, but he does like an infinity symbol around the room, like a sideways figure 8. You can kind of see the direction he's going by where the orbs show up. You have to hit him, even though he's invisible. Alright, one more time. And then once he goes that color, you hit him with the arrow. Pick up the Triforce of Power, because you can. And here's Zelda. Now, word to the wise, attack the fire, don't just run into it. The fire hurts. I have actually died in this room before. It's very, very sad. You run in here with like half a heart left, and you're like, Zelda, I'm here to... Oh, right. Damn. Thanks, Link, you're the hero of Hyrule! So we got the Triforce of Wisdom and the Triforce of Power now. Triforce of Courage doesn't show up until Zelda 2. You spend the whole game trying to get Triforce of Courage in Part 2. Thanks for watching, guys. I've got to go get ready for work. I'll see you guys next time. Remember to like, comment, follow, subscribe, all that jazz on Twitch and YouTube. I'm going to put this up on there now. So, see you next time. I'll be on tonight. Peace.